Yo, what is up guys, and welcome to a brand new massive announcement video for the channel. I am your host, the CloudyCrow, and as you can see here, anime sponsorships are back and better than ever. This time we're going to have more sponsorship slots, more types of sponsorships, and this time around I've also gone through the trouble of making this entire Google spreadsheet that you guys see here. We'll be zooming in and going through it in just a moment, but I wanted to make this spreadsheet as kind of like a visual aid to help give you guys a better idea of just how sponsorships work, and it'll also have the pricing, the current anime that are being sponsored, all of that stuff will be included in this spreadsheet, and the spreadsheet will be linked in the description and in the comment section down below. So if you're interested in sponsoring an anime, or if you just want to know more about sponsorships, I highly recommend you guys check out this spreadsheet, but we're also going to go through it right now. So as soon as you open up the spreadsheet, you'll be greeted with the FAQ page. There are 4 pages total right here, and I plan on adding a 5th one that I'll explain later into this video. Basically everything will be updated as soon as the video goes live on YouTube, so what you're seeing right now isn't the final version, but it's pretty dang close to it. So the first question in the FAQ is, what is an anime sponsorship? And here it says, anime sponsorships are a way for you to decide which anime I react to next on the channel. Whether it's your favorite anime of all time or just a fun seasonal anime that I haven't had the chance to watch, you have the power to guarantee a reaction to that series while also supporting me and my channel so I can create more cool content like this in the future. And then the second question that most of you guys are probably wondering is, how do sponsorships work? So it's kind of like it's a multi-step process. There's 2 really like important steps, and then after that everything else will be handled in like DMs, either if you email me or message me on Discord. All that stuff will be explained, but the big first step that you need to figure out is you need to think of an anime or a YouTube video that you would like to sponsor. So when it comes to YouTube videos that you'd like to sponsor, there's a bunch of examples down here. We'll be getting to those in just a moment, but if you're thinking of sponsoring an anime, there's a couple rules that we'll get to in a second, but the first big thing you need to keep in mind is that it can't be an anime that I've already finished, obviously. So if you want to know what anime I've already watched, there's 2 ways you can figure that out. The first way is by checking out this link. It'll take you to my Annie list, and you can see all the anime that I'm currently watching that I've already finished and that I've put on hold. And then if you head on over down to this tab that says watch list, it'll show you all of the anime that I'm currently reacting to. It'll give you like a better visual of all of these things. So all the anime I'm currently reacting to, the anime completed, and then if you go all the way to the bottom, it'll show you the anime on hold. The on hold list is kind of short, but it will be updated by the time this video actually goes live. So now for the important notes to keep in mind and the restrictions. You see the first one right there? We don't even need to go into this. This is a given. All of you guys should know this, so we won't speak on it any further. The second point, you can sponsor up to 12 episodes at a time, and this is just so that we can get through everyone's sponsorships in a timely manner, so one person won't sponsor like 1,000 episodes of One Piece, and the second person that wants to sponsor has to wait for all 1,000 episodes. I'm just setting it so that you can only do 12 at a time so that we can get through each person in a more timely manner. But for example, if you do want to sponsor a massive series like One Piece, or just a series that has 24 episodes, then you will need to sponsor them individually. So let's say you're the first person to contact me. Yo, CloudyCrow, I've been dying for you to react to One Piece. Can you react to One Piece? So during that time, you can sponsor the first 12 episodes, and then if you want to sponsor 12 more episodes, then you'll have to wait until we get through the other 2 people in the reservations. That'll be explained more later into the video. I feel like I'm saying that a lot, but it's all here on the spreadsheet, so if you did go through this on your own time, it would probably make a lot more sense, since you won't have me kind of explaining all of this in depth. But 12 episodes at a time, basically. Next, I already said this, but you can't sponsor an anime that I've already finished. However, you can sponsor a series that I have left unfinished. So even if I've started reacting to a series, like for example Beastars Season 2, I reacted to the first episode of that. If you'd like to see me continue, then that anime is still open. Even though I did start it, I never finished it. So that anime is perfectly available for you guys to request. And another couple examples would be like the Monogatari series. Last one we finished was Nisei Monogatari, so if you want me to continue that, that's an option. With the Fate series, we finished Fate Zero Season 1, so if you want me to check out Season 2, that's also an option. And then right here, you can also sponsor other anime related videos, such as cartoons like Avatar, Pokemon, Young Justice. When it comes to Pokemon and Young Justice, I've actually never really seen the anime for these before. I've seen random episodes every here and there, but I've never sat down and actually watched through them. And when it comes to Avatar, I love Avatar, but I haven't seen it in forever, so I'm perfectly open to check out more episodes of that if any of you guys are interested. And then in the purple, these are going to be express reactions, and we will explain that more later into this video. But just to give you guys an idea of what express reactions are, you have YouTube videos, like for example if you want me to check out one of Gigguk's videos. There's game videos, like if you want me to check out any of the League of Legends trailers or other videos. There's anime OVAs, anime movies, OP and ED reactions, try not tos, tier lists, quizzes, etc. This is pretty much just the creativity category. If you have an idea for a certain kind of video that you want me to make, then that is also an option, and this is something that hasn't really been available before when it comes to sponsorships. And then the last note is, if you see that someone has sponsored a series, let's say you know that there's a maximum of 12 that they can sponsor, but let's say someone sponsors 4 episodes of Tokyo Ghoul and you want them to continue, you can always feel free to jump in and add on to their sponsorship. So if they sponsored 4 episodes and you want to throw in 2 episodes, and then Billy wants to throw in 3 episodes, that is perfectly fine. You guys can keep going all the way up till 12, and everyone that helped sponsor that series will be credited in the reaction. And this also means that if you have a group of friends and you all want to come together and sponsor a series, you can do that as well, and all of you guys will be credited, obviously. And then the second step is, once you've figured out the anime or YouTube video that you want me to react to, then you can contact me through these 3 main means. If you can think of another one, then sure, go for it, but these are the 3 biggest and easiest ways to contact me for sponsorships, and that's going to be through Discord, through my Patreon, which you don't actually need to be a patron to message me on Patreon, and then lastly, it's my business email. All of this is right here, and all of this will also be in the description of this video. And from there, once you contact me, we'll basically talk about the pricings and I guess the rate at which I'm gonna upload each series. My goal is guaranteed to drop at least 1 episode of every series that's being sponsored, so you'll get a new video every single week. And like I said before, once you contact me, we can discuss the pricings there. But if you want to, I guess, go ahead and get an idea of what the pricing's going to look like, before you get to that step, you can always just click over to the sponsorship pricing tab, and then here it has the 3 different, I guess, main means of sponsorships. So if you're thinking of sponsoring a series, an OVA, or a movie, the price for that is going to be $10 per 30 minutes. So most series, they run about 20-ish minutes. So for most people out there, it's going to be basically $10 per episode. So you can do the math, maximum of 12 episodes, $10 per episode. You can figure that out. And then when it comes to video reactions, so like if you want me to check out a Gigguk video, these are going to be $5 per 10 minutes. So let's say someone wants me to react to the OP of Buddy Daddies, then since it is within that 10-minute threshold, it'll just be $5. But if someone wants to sponsor a longer video, like let's say a 15-minute video, that's going to be outside of that 10-minute threshold. So basically every time you pass the 10-minute mark, it's going to be another $5. So for that 15-minute reaction, it's going to be $10 for that. And then the last one is going to be the express sponsorships. Now this one is going to relate to these videos over here that are highlighted in purple. And for these, the prices can vary greatly, obviously, because it depends on the kind of, I guess, video that you want me to make. That's gonna determine the length of the video, and I'm willing to be much more lenient on the prices for these, just because this one is a bit more of a collaborative effort. The last thing I want to discuss, and probably the thing you guys are going to be checking out most, is going to be the current anime sponsorships. So this is what it's gonna look like. There are 5 slots total, 1 standard slot, 2 priority slots, 1 community slot, and 1 express slot. And then I have descriptions for each of them down here, but as you can see here, it'll have the type of slot, it'll have the series that is being sponsored, it'll tell you the progress, so like, you know, 1 out of 5 episodes or 5 out of 12 episodes. It'll have the person's name that sponsored the series, and then over here it'll have the playlist that you can check out at the top, and then also you can obviously check out the full reaction and early access reactions over on the Patreon for every single one of these series. Now down here, once we get to the types, it may seem a little bit daunting at first glance, but once I explain it, hopefully it'll be a little bit less intimidating. So here you have the standard slot. And the way that this is going to work is basically it's just a normal slot. It doesn't have any special benefits or anything. And this is actually available to everyone. And there are also reservations for 2 additional anime sponsorships. So think of it as like there's 3 spots open for the standard slot. The first one is the anime that we're going to react to first, and then people can reserve spots in the next 2, so that once we finish that first anime, then person in slot number 2 will move up to 1 and we'll react to their anime, and then a new person can jump into the other one. It's basically just a way of me creating a limit of 3 people max, so I won't have like a million people all waiting for their series to be reacted to, and then basically me putting too much on my plate for me to handle. Next, we have the priority slot, and this one pretty much works like the standard slot, except for 2 big things. The first one is going to be that these slots are reserved for all patrons that are $5 patrons or higher. So if you are a Cloud Councilman or a Cloud Champion over on the Patreon, then you can sponsor a series in these slots. And the difference between this and the standard slot is, since there are 2 priority slots, we're going to be going through 2 sponsorships at a time, so we're going to fly through the list of reservations much quicker. And on top of that, like I said, my goal is to react to 1 episode every single week, but if I have any extra time on my hands to react to anime, I'm going to use that time and focus it more on the priority slots, obviously, because it gets priority. And these slots also each have 2 additional sponsorships, just like the standard slot, so there's actually going to be 6 total. There's going to be the 2 anime we're currently reacting to, then 2 more anime that people can reserve, and then 2 final anime that people can reserve. And every time we finish one, then the next one moves up. And then next we have the community slot, and this one is available to everyone, and it is completely free. And the way that this anime is decided is, right now, if you head on over to the Discord, which, by the way, if you go to the watch list, scroll all the way to the top, link to the Discord's right here, it will also be in the description. But if you head on over to the Discord and you join the anime poll room, there you can not only vote on which anime you want to win the community slot, but you can also suggest your own anime for other people to vote for. And then by the end of the poll, which is probably going to be a week after this video goes up, then the anime that has the most support behind it will be the one that fills the community slot, and then there will be a new poll every time we finish that community voted anime. And then lastly, we have the express slot, And the reason why this is called the express slot is because we're going to be flying through these reactions. It's basically a slot for any single video reactions. If someone wants me to react to a movie, or if they want me to make a tier list, or if they want me to react to a Giga video, anything that's basically not a long form series is going to be put into the express slot. And this one actually has 4 additional reservation slots. So there's going to be the one that we're currently reacting to, then there's going to be 4 spots that people can reserve, and this one just has more spots open just because we're going to be flying through them much quicker. Final thing that I want to mention that isn't actually added to the spreadsheet yet is that by the time this video goes up, so if you click the link and check it out right now, you will see a reservation tab at the bottom, and that'll show you not only how many reservations have been taken up, but also how many reservations are still open. And the reason why I want to do this is because, like I said, for the priority slots, if you are a $5 patron or higher, then you can join the priority slots. And I don't want someone to become a $5 patron with the intention of joining the priority slots if there aren't any priority slots open. I mean, I'd very much appreciate it if you did want to show that support, but I don't want anyone to feel like, oh man, I just joined this tier and I can't even join the reservations. So I will have a reservation tab down here to let you know if there is a spot open. And then when you see the spot open, then you can decide from there if you want to become a patron or not. But that is going to be it for this video. If you have any questions about how sponsorships work, the pricing, any of that stuff, you can feel free to contact me through these 3 means right here: Discord, Patreon, and my email. And sponsorships are actually live right now. They are open right at this moment. So if you are interested in sponsoring an anime, then feel free to contact me as soon as you're ready, and we can start knocking out these reactions. But that is going to be the end of this video. Thank you all so much for watching this far into the video, and I will catch you all in the next one. Have a good one.